Mahan. I'm from Something Marvelous, and I'm here with some wonderful actors from Shattered Globe's production of The Grown Up.
I'm Cruz González Cadell, and I play actor D in The Grown Up, and I'm also casting director for Something Marvelous.
I'm Ben Worling. I play actor C. I'm a member of Shattered Globe, an ensemble member, and very excited to be part of this show. Brian?
Hi, I'm Brian Bosque. I play actor F in The Grown Up, and am happy to be a guest artist with the Shattered Globe.
Great. So as part of this play, although we have some wonderful elements of design, it's primarily reliant on the actors to take us through these transformations between different worlds. So I wanted to ask the actors how they went through that process, how they explored that in rehearsal, how they created the definition between these worlds using only their bodies and their wonderful acting skills.
Well, Shattered Globe, we pride ourselves on being able to pretty much take on any kind of style, any kind of genre. So I think as a company, we try to keep ourselves fresh by doing something different with each show. I mean, this is something completely different from Rose Tattoo, which was Tennessee Williams and very operatic. And this required a completely different kind of touch to it, because it's comedic, but there's a lot of elements in there that are important. But in the process, Chrissy Vanderwalker, who is our director, a wonderful director, set us up with the opportunity to experience a lot of the worlds that we were creating in a lot of unique ways. I mean, like we would set up tableaus for each scene, physically, and that would be our marker for what the scene was, what was it about, and the world we were trying to create. So that was just one of the many ways that we kind of tackled it. I don't know.
She was very, very helpful and amazing for us, the ensemble of the show, to help us explore these characters without trying to fall, into cliches of like, I'm making a different character. So she gave us complete freedom to explore, but also she taught us to really trust also the text, and to trust that the words were, big enough for us to just rely on them. So we didn't have to pursue so much like age, playing age or playing like different voices. We rely a lot on the text and how wonderful the words are displayed. So it was very fun, the process. We did a lot of physical exercises, and also the platform helps a lot. For us as actors, it helps a lot because it's like kind of a boxing ring. It's our playground. So we get to like really make the magic happen every time we step onto the ring. We know, like, okay, we get to be magical now. We get to be silly and different and funny every time we step in, and that also really worked with the narration.
Because that is a challenge, because as actors, because almost everything in the play is mind, or, it's put into your mind by the actors putting it into this space. But Chrissy was great, because actors, and myself included, we can get really uptight when it becomes too technical or too comic, and we're trying to hit those, moments, But the script was so well done, and Chrissy had such an ease with making us feel comfortable about letting go of those crutches, the emotional crutch of having a prop or something, When you're creating all that yourself, I find that extremely satisfying and exciting,
Right?
Yeah. I think it was super valuable when Chrissy said to us not to reach for age, like in the voice, and don't go too far that way like a caricature, and just to trust ourselves and our personal voices and experiences, and infuse our narration and telling the story with our personal experience. It made it just entirely our story and these 7 people telling it, and I think it was comforting to rely on ourselves and our relationships to tell the story and to bring the audience to each next scene. So just sort of like shooting our energy and sharing that energy with ourselves, I think helped us to bring ourselves to an entirely different location.
And the fact that we're on stage the whole show also is very helpful to
Yeah, because once it takes off, it's just,
yeah,
it's
like
hanging
be
out.
part of the magic all, through the whole show. Like we never get to leave. So we're always part of each other's scenes and actions. So it was very, very.
And when someone screws up,
Never.
It's never happened to me.
No, I
you
don't
would
know
never
what
see
you're
us
talking
react in an unprofessional manner ever on the stage.
Never.
Ladies and gentlemen, all you
Never.
kids out there.
And yeah, I think from the beginning, even we were talking about it with casting. It's been so fun for me to get to play a beauty queen pageant from Arkansas. A role I would not generally be cast in, or a grandma, or it's been Rosie. It's been really fun. It's been really fun.
You guys managed to hit on all of the questions I was going to ask.
Yeah.
My
We're
last
pros.
question was about the freedom that comes in approaching a non-realistic piece, in maybe taking on a role you wouldn't normally be cast as because of age, gender,
Yeah.
whatever. You could talk a little bit more about that freedom that you got in this piece.
Well, for me personally too, this is unlike any other show I've ever really read or been in before. And what I like about it is that, and we've talked about this before in other talkbacks, but there's so many important themes in it that you're not beat over the head with, And there's this, I'd never kissed a man on stage before, and I mean I don't care, but I had friends coming up to me and they were all like, "Well, what's that going to be like? How do you get ready for that?" And it's like, like you would any other scene. It's a kiss. It's not like, anything else. But I'm proud of that, because I feel like I'm putting my artistic money where my mouth is, It's like I'm saying, who cares, But that is a freedom, you know what I'm saying? You let go of like things maybe you've been thinking for 20, 40 years, whatever it is, and you're not even thinking about any of that stuff anymore. I don't know.
What I love about magical realism is that people just have to walk in, and from the top of the show they know, okay, I can let my imagination run wild, and I can go on this journey with these people and believe that these actors can be 17 different people each. It's refreshing, and I wish just more realistic, realism, just have that sense of freedom for an audience too, because I mean, I'm
Exactly.
suspending my imagination or my disbelief at the moment I walk in the door for any show. I wish it was that way for every play.
Yeah, especially with casting, and this is a conversation that's very strong in Chicago right now with the Chicago Inclusion Project, and it's a conversation that's really taking off. And it was so liberating, as an actor, to get to play all these different characters, not have to worry about my accent because it doesn't matter. It's magical realism. Everything is magical, and people are game from the get-go. So it's been very liberating to just play what you say, different characters from different ages to different situations. It's so liberating. I had so much fun doing this show. That's why everyone come see it, so you can share it with us, because we're having a lot of fun on stage, and it's a special show.
Yeah, it's a great show, especially for spring, 75 minutes long.
Boom, in and out.
Yes, it was a lot of fun, and I have to say, just having that non-realistic element of multiple people and multiple ages being present at the same time. I mean, that's what the show really is all about. It's sort of you are your whole life all at once.
Exactly.
We're all part of it, There's no exclusivity in it, You have to be a part of it. And I think that's what Shattered Globe does really well. I think that's what we pride ourselves, like we said at the beginning, is that, whatever the material is, whatever the text is, we want to attack it with the same kind of approach that we would attack any other play. So it doesn't matter if it's a comedy or a drama or a 3-act, 4.5-hour long play, it still has that in there. And I am very proud of our company because that's what we do.
We're very proud to be part of Chicago.
Absolutely, yeah.
Thanks for inviting us, guys.
Well, and thanks for sharing with us today.
Thank you. Thank you.